This is Top Accolade African News Updates. I am Soibifa Jackridge. The state-run electricity company of Ghana, ECG, cut power supplies to the parliament over a debt of 23 Ghanaian cedi, that is $1.80 million or 1.4 million euros. The outage interrupted the debate on the president's State of the Nation speech. A video shared by local media showed MPs in the dimly lit chamber chanting Dumsor, which means power outage in the local Akan language. Local media reported that a backup power generator restored power to the chamber a few minutes later, but other part of the parliament building remained without power for most of the day before supplies were restored. MPs and parliamentary staff who were using the elevator when abrupt blackout heats were struck. Ghana's TV3 channel reported the power company's communication director, William Boateng, said it had resorted to disconnecting power because of parliament refusal to honor demand notices to pay up. Electricity has restored later in the day. Ghana's electricity company, which is facing crippling financial difficulties, frequently disconnects power from indebted clients. The UK will pay at least 370 million euros to Rwanda as part of its plan to relocate asylum seekers there. The government spending watchdog has revealed up to 150,000 euros will also be paid for each person sent to the East African country over a 5-year period. Labour said the new figures in the report by the National Audit Office were a national scandal. However, the Home Office said doing nothing is not without significant costs. The NAO report comes after MPs having been calling for greater transparency over the cost of the scheme. Under the 5-year deal, the UK would be able to send individuals who arrive in the country illegally to Rwanda to claim asylum there. The aim of the policy is to deter people from crossing the English Channel in small boats, something Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has made one of his key priorities. However, the scheme has been stalled by legal challenges and no one has been relocated there yet. The government says it is aiming for deportation flights to take off by the spring. Legislation seeking to revive the plan has been approved by MPs and will be debated in the House of Lords next week, where critics are likely to seize on the latest costs. Zambia's President Hakainde Hichilema has declared a national disaster to tackle the prolonged drought affecting the country. Addressing the nation, Mr. Hichilema said 84 districts out of a total of 116 were affected. Zambia has been experiencing poor rain, with fears mounting that the country may experience hunger and struggle to meet its electricity demand, as many of its energy is from water sources. Water level at Kariba Dam, which Zambia and neighboring Zimbabwe used for hydroelectricity, had fallen to about 11.5% of usable storage as of last December. The president said the drought would affect the generation of more than 450 megawatts of power. He said almost half of the land used by planting crops had been affected by the dry spell. Hichilema said his government would work to ensure that additional maize and other food was brought into the country to make up the deficits. He said he would use Zambia's defense forces in his fight to save our lives and save families and create a longer-term solution to droughts. He called on farmers to use irrigation methods to cope with the dry spell. An estimated 1 million farmers have been affected by the droughts. Social media has been awash with videos and pictures of fields with drying crops. A university student has been killed and another seriously injured by stray bullets as gunmen shot dead 2 men in a parked car on a busy street near the center of South African city of Johannesburg. Police say the students were hit when their bus was past the scene of the shooting. No arrests have been made so far. Gun crime claims dozens of lives every day in South Africa, but witnesses to the killing in broad daylight and they were shocked by what happened. Both the men in vehicle and one student were declared dead, while the other student was taken to the nearest hospital for medical treatment. Police spokesperson called Dimakatso. A police statement said the student had been caught in a crossfire. Images shared on social media show a man's body hanging out of a car window. Another shows what appears to be someone being treated at the scene of a main road in Bramfontein, a district close to a number of university campuses. The University of Johannesburg said both students who were affected were studying at their institution. The The undergraduate who was killed was 18 years old and traveling to his residence when he was shot. The university said it has offered counseling to those who witnessed the shooting. This is the size of top accolade African news updates. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy Friday.